I love my job. I'm sat here at the Big Church Day Out 2013 in the beautiful Whiston House, the library of, with Philippa Hanna. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing?
I'm really good. How are you?
Nice. And better now that you've done your performance and it's out the way and you can relax and enjoy?
So good. I just feel like $1,000,000 right now.
It's fantastic, because you've done the Big Church Day Out before,
yeah,
the UCB stage before, and you've done 1 or 2 songs on the main stage, but today you opened.
Yes.
Lots of pressure or just lots of excitement?
To be honest, I was just so excited. I honestly couldn't sleep last night. I've had no sleep whatsoever.
Oh, no.
But I feel so much support and warmth, and I've had so many people sending me messages saying, we're coming to see you. And so it did feel like coming to see friends and not completely terrifying. And the sun came out for the first time in 3 years.
Which is glorious.
Which is glorious.
Because you do keep coming back. What do you love about the Big Church Day Out?
I don't want to offend any other festivals, but it's the best festival. No, it really is unique. It's unique in that it's just so authentic. It's such an authentic music event that people genuinely want to come to. They don't come because they feel like they should come. They feel like they want to be here, and it's just a beautiful location, great lineup. Yeah.
Will there be anybody that you want to stick around and see, or do you have to jet off somewhere else?
Well, I'm not sure, actually. I think I've got a bit of time at the end of the day. So I'm hoping to see Gunga. I don't know what time they're on. But I actually saw them in Holland a couple of years ago, and we sat and chatted, and they're great people. So I can't wait to see them. Because
you are a busy girl at the moment. I've been seeing you tweeting about being on the Seriously Funny tour. Tell us about that.
Oh, that was awesome, with Jeff Lucas and Adrian Plass. Really, again, just really real blokes. Really, really honest, and honest about their Christian walk. And so really funny, seriously funny. And they just sort of do anecdotes and stuff, and I did some singing in between. So it was just really, really nice.
And I have to mention the beautiful outfit that you have on today.
Thank you.
Kind of stylistic of the new music, I guess, Through the Woods. How's that coming on? When can we get our hands on it?
Styling by Joanna Ace, by the way.
Looking
she does
beautiful.
Weddings. Check her out. Yeah, find her on Pinterest. This is, we went for a sort of ethereal fairy tale look, and the album's out on the 1st of July. You can pre-order it now from today.
Very
iTunes.
Exciting. How has the whole writing process been, and what's the theme of the new music?
Well, I took themes and inspiration from some of my favourite fairy tales like Snow White and Red Riding Hood, and I just like stories. I like using my imagination, so I found some themes which were quite interesting, really, like, biting into a poisoned fruit, and being asleep and woken up from a sleep by, a handsome prince, which is a little bit what I feel like with my journey with Jesus. So that's basically the narrative for the album.
Very, very exciting. Now, we put a call out on Twitter at UCB Media for our listeners to come up with questions for you. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Lillian Jill got in touch on Facebook, actually. She said, I just love the Raggedy Doll song, which always makes me think of Psalm 139, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. Was that intended?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, to begin with, it was, the initial idea was just the raggedy doll, the doll in my mind, and this silly little picture I had in my head of this little doll that didn't like itself. But it unravelled that was what the song should be about. So then, I did reference that psalm. Very
cool. And following on from that, actually, conveniently, Lily Cow Deerheart on Facebook, how is the Raggedy Doll Foundation doing?
It's still in progress. So we've got a really, really good launch plan, actually, now, which involves churches all over the world getting involved and making Raggedy Dolls themselves. So we're going to make sure they've got all the resources they need to do that, because we want people to sort of roll this out to their own communities. We don't want it to be just about us giving them a doll to give to people, but more of a community action thing.
Fantastic.
So stay in touch. We've got a Facebook page, so just have a look and we'll keep you up to date.
And Keith Radcliffe wants to know, when you sit down to write a song, what's the first thing that you do?
Well, sitting down to write a song is not something I actually do very often. But I always keep the ideas on my phone. So it could be 4 a.m. and it's almost like you're just really nearly like in the perfect dream state. And then you have an idea and it's like, do I lose this for eternity, or do I get out of bed and sing it into my phone in the bathroom because my husband's asleep? So I do a lot of that.
Oh, bless you. Okay, now, we are friends, so I feel I know you a little bit, but our viewers and our listeners, if they want to know you a bit more, we are going to get to the point. So I have 2 sets of questions, Hot 5A and Hot 5B. Which is it going to be?
Jesus, which one? this one.
Okay. Philippa Hanna, get to the point. On your marks, get set, go. If you could be a children's character, who would you be?
Snow White.
Obviously. Who musically inspired you to get started?
My dad.
Oh. Who would you want to play you in your autobiographical film?
Drew Barrymore.
Brilliant. What is your favourite Bible verse at the moment?
Favourite Bible verse at the minute is always, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Brilliant one. Probably quite apt for today.
Yeah, and it's Philippians.
Works.
So.
And tell us about your best or your worst fan experience.
Best and worst, best and worst. Best. Oh, it's so hard. They've all been good. I haven't had any bad ones, other than getting people's names wrong. And actually, I had the same experience that Adrian Plass had, where someone came up to me and I knew this person quite well, and they wanted me to sign something for them. And I was like, how do I say, what's your name? So I said, how do you spell your name? And they were like, Tom.
Oh.
It was like the same thing. And he had the exact same experience, but he was with a Pam.
Oh, dear.
So don't ever try and skirt around it, just be honest.
Because I guess you beat a lot of people. There are a lot of people expecting you to know.
I'm rubbish with names. Even if I wasn't meeting so many people, I'm terrible with names. And I always think I've said the wrong name. Like, even to you, I'd be like, Jess, is that right? Because I'm just so paranoid about getting it wrong. So, yeah, bad with names, sorry.
So now you have done the main stage, the big church day out, the responsibility, I guess, is kind of lifted from your shoulders. What are you going to be doing for the rest of the day? Who do you want to see perform?
I want to see Gungar, I want to see Hillsong. I've heard a bit of Stuart Townend, who I'm a big fan of, and we're doing the big church night in together in the autumn, which is great. It's just great to have all these amazing songwriters in one place. It's lovely.
And now you've done Big Church Day Out, you've got the summer coming up, you've got the new album out. What is coming next?
Book.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Book
tell us about this.
Well, the book is really, it's sort of what's the word? An inventory of all the things God has done since I asked him for help. So I kept a list because things kept happening, like I'd meet beautiful people like you. And these things are really key things, so I've made a note of all of them and thought, I need to write this up, you know.
So will I be in your book?
I think you are in the book, yeah.
Sweet. I look forward to it.
Definitely. Well, it was really amazing, you know, meeting you guys and inspiring seeing a band like Blush, because just, you know, doing what you did and just being girls and like inspiring girls, it's really, you know, impactful.
Oh, so when did you start writing that?
I started writing it about 2 years ago. And the point of it really is because my music is Christian, but also you have to dig a little bit for it sometimes. So I wanted to have a sort of there's no sort of question about what I'm about. I wanted to kind of put out my testimony for people to read. So if people have heard the music and are interested in, wow, this person's a Christian, they can find out how it happened.
And if people want to find out more about you, what's your website?
philippahanna.com. 1 L, 2 P's, no H on the end of Hannah.
It is Philippa Hanna at the Big Church Day Out. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.